Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
We have made it, my friends. Friday. And do I gotta say it? The 13th day of December. It's not going to be unlucky, though. A lot of good stuff happening on this show today. Hey, CJ Nasello, it's our daily show right here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And we're ready for a good one, man. It's been a great week, and if you guys have been kind of following along with me as we're preparing the show for 2025 and still moving forward, we're really getting some great partners that are going to provide some really great content opportunities for you guys to really tune in and learn so much more and actually kind of win some really cool prizes. Before we start the show off with telling you who's coming on at the top of the hour news, starting next year on Fridays, we're going to start doing some, I don't know if I want to do trivia or if I want to do some other type of fun game, but some local businesses have come together and we're going to be doing some giveaways on this show too to give you that incentive to really, maybe tune in at, 9:45 specifically or whatever time slot we give you and win big. How about that? Hey, here's who's coming down the pipeline today, and it's not your beautiful Brian Trust. Oh, man. It almost was a good start. CityGarden joins us in just a couple of minutes. I'm really excited for this conversation. There's this really cool light display at CityGarden in St. Louis that transforms downtown's Gateway Mall into a magical winter experience from November the 10th. It's already on, and it runs until February 17th if you haven't seen it. We're going to be joined by CityGarden to learn about some of these illuminated sculptures and so much more. And then coming down the pipeline at 10:35, Jason over there at Quigg Sports Emporium, he's going to be joining us, not really just for Quiggs, but a really cool roller hockey league that's around the area, the Gateway Roller Hockey League, if I remember it correctly. So we're going to have that conversation at 10:35 too, but at 9:04, my friends, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you and 70,000 people are in the know on everything important to your daily dose of local, with local news, sports, classifieds, events, and with our partnership with the Associated Press, national and statewide news, all at the touch of a button. A violent altercation at Roper's Regal Beagle in Godfrey last month has resulted in felony charges against 33-year-old Jason Carley of Alton. Charged on the 4th of December with 2 counts of aggravated battery, Carley allegedly struck a victim in the head and face, causing injuries, and biting another victim's hand, breaking the skin. At the time of the incident, on November the 27th, Carley was already under electronic monitoring for a previous felony case. He has an extensive criminal history, including weapon and assault charges across multiple states, and remains in custody pending his detention hearing today. Madison County State's Attorney Tom Hain has announced that Roger Dale Sutton, a former Pontoon Beach resident, has been sentenced to 35 years in prison for the first-degree murder of Patrina Butler Turner, who disappeared in 2013. RiverBender.com has been following this cold case. Following a jury's October conviction, Sutton will be 92 before he is eligible for release. The case resurfaced in December of 2022 when Sutton's nephew revealed he witnessed the murder and helped dispose of the body. Sutton was sentenced to 30 years for the murder and 5 years for concealment, with terms served consecutively. Prosecutors emphasized the case's long-standing impact on Butler Turner's family, and this case coming to an end. A jury has found 62-year-old Yvette Azugbi guilty of conspiring to commit arson and fraud in a case involving multiple properties across Illinois and Missouri. Here's what we know. This conviction follows a trial that demonstrated her role in setting fire to her St. Louis apartment on December the 31st of 2022, intending to collect insurance benefits. She faces multiple charges, including conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud, and is scheduled for sentencing on April the 23rd of next year. Co-defendant Rufus A. Jefferson has pled guilty to related charges. Authorities warn that arson endangers the lives and property while highlighting the serious consequences of such criminal actions. Also in the news today, you heard it right here on our daily show as we spotlighted the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. Persnickety by Jen Farley, a new store in downtown Alton, has opened its doors and offers an eclectic mix of vintage, antique, and contemporary items for everyday households. Owner Jen Farley, a lifelong Alton resident, started the store earlier this year with encouragement from local business owners. Positioned inside Mineral Springs Mall, Persnickety features a diverse selection of inventory sourced from estate sales and vintage shops. Farley promotes the idea that home decor should reflect personal taste and encourages customers to mix different aesthetics. With a strong community response, Jen looks forward to future collaborations and supporting local initiatives through the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. You can tune in on the first Tuesday of each and every month for our spotlight on local businesses with our partnership with the North Alton Godfrey Business Council Live. Also in the news today, the Professional Pickleball Association is excited to announce the inaugural PPA Challenger Series will take place in Edwardsville from August the 1st through the 3rd of next year. It's going to be hosted at Plummer Family Park. The event will showcase top talent and provide amateurs a pathway to professional competition with over a dozen tour stops nationwide. The series aims to foster growth in the pickleball community and inspire players to pursue their dreams, featuring a $10,000 purse for professionals. The Edwardsville event expected to generate significant local revenue while bringing excitement and energy to the area's pickleball enthusiasts. How cool is that? Also in the news today, the Madison County Sheriff's Office has announced the addition of Deputy Jacob Probus to the Patrol Division effective December the 2nd. Previously serving in the Corrections Division, the deputy is now set to further his training by attending the Police Academy soon. Sheriff's Office officials expressed optimism over his transition, stating they look forward to his contributions with this career transition. The appointment marks a significant step in the law enforcement career as he prepares to take on these new responsibilities within the department in Madison County. The area and SIUE Athletics have expressed its deepest condolences for the loss of Hall of Famer Pat McBride, who passed away on the 11th of December at the age of 81. The legend, inducted into the SIUE Hall of Fame in 2009, McBride served as an assistant coach for the men's soccer team from 1968 to 1973 and contributed to the team's 1972 undefeated NCAA College Division Championship victory. He earned a master's degree in education administration while coaching and made 5 appearances for the United States national team. A prolific player, McBride scored 193 goals for the St. Louis Stars in the NASL and was honored in both the St. Louis and National Soccer Hall of Fames. Finally in the news today, XO Lounge in Edwardsville is gearing up for a festive Christmas party in just a couple of days, set for Saturday, December the 21st from 4 to 10 p.m. Community members are invited to join in the holiday fun, featuring services from the lounge, photos with the Grinch, and music by DJ Spicy. And don't forget, over $3,000 in giveaways. Owner Jenna Gamblin expressed pride in the lounge's recovery following a fire in 2021 and is excited to celebrate with games, Christmas carols, and holiday cocktails. XO aims to grow organically with community support as it reestablishes itself as a local favorite. Let's take a look at weather. The time's 9:12 on this 13th day of December, and it's cold out there. Can we just go ahead and just give that the consensus for weather today? 21 degrees. It feels like 20 out there. Wind at 5 miles an hour today. Some sun, then turning cloudy this afternoon. And then tonight, cloudy. It will be breezy with late periods of rain toward dawn. Right now, air quality is at 31, which is good. And as for grass levels, mold, ragweed, and tree pollen, all at 0, so nothing to worry about. Temperatures will reach 38 degrees today and drop down to 32 overnight as we head into Saturday. And on Saturday, it's raining all day, my friends. A high of 45, a low of 40, and a 99% chance of precipitation. On Sunday, a high of 55, a low of 48. Partly sunny skies. On Monday, an 88% chance of more rain, and then a high of 55 degrees. As we start off our work week, and a low of 31 as we head into Tuesday. On Tuesday, no clouds in the sky is what they're calling for. Brightly sunny, a high of 50 and a low of 38 degrees. That's a look at the next 5 days, and here's what's happening now at 9:12. And a little bit of change. It's 21 degrees, and it feels like 20 out there for time and temperature. Call 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. Hey, while I have you, I'm going to give you some holiday cheer, and I'm going to say it somewhat, I don't think very loud, but I do want all of you to hear. Hey, at Village Dispensary, they have a really cool thing coming down the pipe. I think that was pretty creative, actually, if I say so myself. At Village Dispensary, I'm going to give you a little bit of a secret, and I don't know if I can do this yet or not. I can because it's on the website. So, there are 12 days of Christmas, but what about 12 days of Grassmas? Oh, yeah. If you stop into Village Dispensary today for the next 12 days, and you're the first 50 customers of that morning to say Merry Grassmas, today you're going to get a Smoke Elephant Trunk number 11 pre-roll with your order. How cool is that? Just another reason to go inside Village Dispensary. You know, it's the holiday season, and I'm telling you what, nothing goes better than those holiday colors than stopping into Village Dispensary and getting all that you needed to get you through the in-laws, the relatives, and really just yourself. Who knows? Hey, at Village Dispensary, every day is a special day, and what I love about it is whether or not it's Monday, Tuesday, any day of the week, they have some really great deals for you. Today is Flower Friday, so you're going to save big on eighths, but if you go in there, and you know how it always gets, especially if you're younger out there and money's tight, you know, you can still go in there and you can pick up a pack of edibles for $5. You can go in there and get a pre-roll for $20. I mean, life's easy for you at Village Dispensary. There's a reason for that. They want to be a part of the community. They're invested in us. And all they're asking for is you stop on in, see that inventory that would make Willie Nelson jealous, and place your order at villagedispo.com. At 9:14 and a little bit of change, stop in today and don't forget to tell them Merry Grassmas and that I sent you over their way because it's a joint effort. Alrighty. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll talk all things CityGarden right after this in downtown Alton.
Just see those sleigh bells jingle and ring, ting-a-ting-a-ling too. Ring-a-ling-ting, come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Man, this screen is loving Brian Truss today. Keeps going on back there to it. Welcome back to Our Daily Show. The time is 9:19 here, and I'm really excited to be talking to Dr. Heather Sweeney. Really excited to have you on the show this Friday morning. And how's it going for you today?
Oh, it's going wonderful. Thank you for having me. How are you today?
Doing great. Well, you know, James and I were talking a little bit about CityGarden, and this is such a great opportunity for folks across the Metro East to come and really be a part of this. And now, you know, where do we start? Because this light display is really just one of the more magical spots of the region.
Sure. Well, you know, CityGarden, beginning shortly before Thanksgiving, and going all the way through a little bit after Valentine's Day, if you celebrate, is lit up with thousands of beautiful, wintry twinkling lights, all across the grounds, with our trees strung up with ornaments and stars and lights. And then we have a few of our pieces that also get the special treatment.
Well, and what I think's so cool about this too, and that's what I was reading just to clarify here, is those illuminated sculptures. And I really think that's such a selling point for this entire thing is just going in there because it's one of a kind. I mean, when you go in and really see these and just seeing the photos of it, these are all breathtaking pieces.
Yes, yes. So four of our probably better known and most popular pieces are lit up. And so our two pieces that we have by Bernard Venet, the 2 arcs by 4 and the 230.5 degree arc by 5. Both of those pieces that are located by our lower basin are lit up. And so you see the curves across the night sky. And then Aesop's Fable by Marc de Souvero is also lit up. That's one of our more popular ones. It's the painted red steel that all of the kiddos like to potentially climb up and on. And then, of course, Mimo Palladino's Zenith, which is the horse with the star kind of just, floating above it.
Well, and this is what I think's cool too, is just hearing you talk about this it's for everybody. There's a piece that really resonates with all age categories, and I think that's so important when we're talking about any type of holiday season, no matter which holiday that you celebrate. I think it's really important to have that wholesomeness to it, and I think that's what you guys do such a good job of, not patronizing you here, is the fact that there really are these, pieces that resemble everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we certainly try to, spark joy and bring engagement with the pieces that we choose and that we install throughout the metropolitan area, not just in CityGarden, but CityGarden in particular is so special, being a city park in the middle of the Gateway Mall and really serving as a beautiful free gathering point for residents and visitors to the city alike. And so, with the pieces that we place and especially with bringing in the holiday lights, we're always looking for opportunities to have people come in and spend some time and really get to engage with the park and with the art.
Well, and too, with so many families right now and so many people that maybe are struggling a little bit to, maybe afford the holiday fun that comes with it because there's always that price point. It's always great to know that there's options out there where you can really make some great opportunities and some great weekends that don't break the bank and that are affordable for, the younger generations and, the single families out there. That's very important too.
Yes, yeah, I would, say especially St. Louis has a lot of really spectacular light shows and opportunities for you to see lights, but more often than not, like you said, they come with a ticket price. And so CityGarden is always free and we are open from, sunrise until 10 p.m. And so the lights turn on at about 5 p.m. at night. So that's about 5 solid hours at the park that you could come out and see the lights. And I would strongly encourage anyone to come out and see them in particular this year because we have just upgraded our spray plaza, which is very popular during the summer, but it should also be equally as popular during the winter as it has a gorgeous LED light show in our winter globes that happens every night and all night until the lights go off. And so it is a spectacular spectacle to behold in the evening, especially right now with that upgrade.
I'm telling you, you're starting to read my mind here a little bit and picking up the segue. Well, and Doctor, so is it okay if I call you Heather?
Oh, sure, of course.
I'm really nervous about this next thing I'm just going to be honest. I was trying to prepare for the last hour. Mm-hmm. Is it Gaio Abada?
Gio Abata.
Oh, goodness. I really did try. And I knew it was going to happen. I was really wanting to talk about this because this fellowship is so important and there's a whole lot to kind of dive in there too. So if it's okay, I'm really sorry I mispronounced that.
That's okay. That's what we're here for is to do that. Gio is such a name and such a presence in St. Louis, and so this fellowship is an opportunity to provide a legacy to an individual who was instrumental in St. Louis and the architecture and the design that took place here in this region, but also was served on Gateway Foundation's board for about 20+ plus years, and so he is very near and dear to our heart. And so with this fellowship, we're looking to offer a legacy because for him, students were really important, and he was a lifelong learner and a teacher himself, and so this was an opportunity to attribute something for him.
Well, and I've seen his name in write-ups and so many things, and I was sitting there and all morning, I'm not even lying to you, Heather, I was like, this is the most important part of it because of that legacy alone. And what I think's really great too is it's the diversity portion of it, because I was reading through some of the notes earlier, getting ready for the show, and I think that that's really such a great call to action, is the fact that there's this impact that really does transcend and incorporate so much of what the foundation's a part of just as a whole.
Yes, yeah, the fellowship, the driver is to expose students to nonprofit arts management. Coming from a performance background myself, I would have never imagined that, leading a arts organization was an opportunity, given that most students who have an artistic leaning or, passion, see it kind of as a singular path, where you go into performance, you go into creation, and that there is not this diversity of roles and opportunities to be a part of that process. And so for us, it's offering an exposure for students while they're in a program to see this as an opportunity to kind of consider a different career path before, right, you graduate with a degree and kind of feel maybe a little bit stuck or in a particular direction. And the other thing is too, like you said, to not just expose students to this as an opportunity in a career path, but to diversify the arts ecosystem, in particular with St. Louis, and have it be reflective of the communities that these organizations are serving.
Well, and that's what I wanted to really follow up on and drive home, because I have all these conversations with folks across the region. It's a busy studio today, a lot of people walking in and out. And, this Renaissance effect that's kind of taken over the Metro East. And on the Illinois side of things, we have some of the greatest, I feel, sculptors and painters and crafters and it just all walks of art, whether it's music driven, you name it. And on the St. Louis side of things, it's no different, from the comedy scene to the blues scene to all these really cool things, and painting too, and all the arts focused portions. But to really kind of drive this fact home that we have this incubator of really prolific growth in arts, and to really expose the public to it and the youth to it's huge, because it seems like there was always that, well, I'm not going to focus on arts or focus on any of this because I've always been told there's no money in it, and I've always been told I'm not going to be able to make a career out of it, and this is such a huge thing.
Yeah, so I mean, all of this creativity needs, like you said, an opportunity and that wraparound support for it to flourish and for it to exist. And so, our nonprofit administrators that are here are really, doing the hard work, and are the ones who are teachers, the ones who are supporting, the ones who are running logistics and programming and all of that, back of house, front of house kind of work for all of these beautiful performance spaces that we have here for all of the, like you said, the creation and the artists that are getting to perform and act and put their art into the world. There needs to be that structure in place for them to be able to execute on that.
Well, 100%. And now for host organizations, because there's a ton of really great organizations out there, I feel like, across the Metro East from both area codes, how can they be a part of this? If they say, we have a really great program, we have something that's really going to help an artist or somebody learn, can they be a part of this? Can they reach out and maybe still be in that kind of host category?
Yeah, so the foundation, we are in the current cycle for our upcoming Giobata Fellows for our 2025 cohort. We are actively recruiting student applicants as well as host organizations to apply to host a fellow.
Yeah.
And so our eligibility for our host organizations, we're seeking entities that have a budget of about 200,000 or more, and at least a minimum of one full-time staff member, because it is a commitment
Right.
to be a direct supervisor for a fellow, and so we want to make sure that stability and that leadership is there for the fellow to be placed. And then an opportunity for this fellow to do some meaningful, substantive work, not really kind of like an internship of seeking coffee or something like photocopying, or I don't think much photocopying gets done these days, but something to that effect. But work where they're really going to get to dig in, and they're going to get to see what it means to be a leader in the nonprofit arts sector, and maybe identify what skills or traits or areas of interest they have because they've been exposed to that. So, host organizations that are here and that have an arts focus and then meet those other criteria I've listed, applications open January 8th. And they will close February 5th. So you have some time in the next couple of weeks over the holiday break to kind of really consider or get in touch with us and talk through your eligibility.
Well, and now for students too, I mean, who wouldn't want to take a shot at being named a fellow of this? How can they apply for this? Who is the prime applicant? Is there a specific, category of artists you're looking for? How can we really apply as many students as we can to give them the opportunity?
Yeah. So, no category of artists.
Okay.
You don't have to be in a art related or art tangential kind of a path already. So you don't have to be a part of the art history program at your institution or in a performing type of degree. It can be that it is a hobby, it is an interest, it's something you've thought about once upon a time.
I really like that. Sorry for cutting you off. I just think that's such a really cool way to do this too, because there's so many people that never pursued it that have some of the the greatest talents out there, and maybe this is a way to really open them up to exploring that path.
Yeah, so I mean, coming from I went down a bachelor's in performing arts degree path, and went through all of the performance measures and things as a college student, and went on into education. So you don't really know what your journey or your path is going to hold based on the things that you learn or that you get engaged in different junctures of your life. And so we want this to be something where any student who just kind of has an inkling that this might be something interesting to them has the opportunity to raise their hand. And that spans the institutional gamut as well. So we're not just seeking students who are at university. We're looking for students who are enrolled in community college program, trade schools. If you're active in a program and this kind of strikes you as something that would be interesting for you to explore for 10 weeks, then we want to hear from you.
And see, now the 10-week, how was the 10-week concept decided on? Was it just one of those things, was like 4 too little, was 12 a little bit too long? How was this program curated, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, well, 10 weeks was settled on because we're trying to fit this neatly as we can in between, the close of a student's spring semester and the open of their fall semester.
Gotcha.
So because we're actively seeking students who are in a program, we want to be mindful of maybe offering a little bit of a rest, in between your coursework and starting this fellowship, and then a little bit of rest on the other end.
That's cool. Man, for students are like, what's rest,
Yeah.
Well, Heather, getting back to CityGarden too, I think it's such a really great opportunity for families, again, just to go and really be a part of this and just celebrate the holidays. And I love the extended hours now in this extended period in general, because, for so many, you never know whose schedules are what anymore, and folks are, moving away, and maybe it takes them a little bit to get back home for the holidays, so they celebrate later. But for Valentine's Day, too, like you said, if you have that significant other, to go and be a part of it. I wanted to ask you about the hallway again with the trees that are filled with all of these beautiful lights. How do you guys develop these designs? How are all these things thought of? Because this is coming from somebody, Heather, I'll be honest with you now, it is 23 degrees at 9:34. I have no artistic capabilities at all. I just talk into the microphone. So I'm always fascinated by how, the mind works, that creative mind works to really make a beautiful setting.
Well, a lot of what I have to attribute to that is the just spectacular design of City Garden in the first place.
Okay.
So, City Garden was thought of and designed by the foundation back in 2007. And this space is so well designed with respect to offering these different rooms and these different spaces that follow the kind of Missouri landscape that you might see out in nature. And so we have a river bluff plane, we have a Riverbend plane, and it all kind of curves and follows that with materials sourced from Missouri. So we use a lot of limestone in the waterfall and in our other rock faces, and then we have all native plantings from Missouri, save for those ginkgos. So that ginkgo hallway that you just referred to is, iconic. It is very, very photographed and very, kind of memorable with those beautiful yellow leaves that then just kind of all seem to simultaneously drop to make this wonderful carpet, in the fall. And so we just followed the design of what, our landscape architects and our design team put together for City Garden in the first place. And so it makes it really easy when you're looking to light a really well-designed park.
Well, and honestly, it's a good point. And what I think's even better, kind of call to action there is, you always see, especially kids my generation, because of the social media stuff and influencers, where they all got to go to Hawaii and take these beautiful shots of like the cherry blossoms in Japan. You can see some of the most beautiful settings really in your own hometown. You don't have to drive 4 or 5 hours, and just, you describing that kind of fall foliage, and really seeing those iconic pictures of that drop. And has there been a time lapse of that happen yet? Like an actual time lapse of the fall?
Oh, well, I'm not sure. I imagine there's
one. I think that'd be cool.
something out there like that. Yeah, we would have to look. I imagine there is. I know there are quite a few, we have quite a few photographs, and I know I've seen them out in, like you said, the social media ether of the ginkgos, and then a lot of commentary about, when the leaves will drop and things like that. So there might be something that exists.
Well, and for yourself personally, Heather, being a part of the Gateway Foundation as the executive director, we were just talking a little bit about some of the folks about the foundation, and it's the lineage there is pronounced. I was over on the dial in St. Louis, and I was in tune with the press and always read the papers, and to be a part of the foundation, there's some pretty prolific people that have been a part of that throughout the years. And what are your thoughts about being the executive director of this Gateway Foundation and what it means to you?
Oh, well,
Sorry, I hit with the hardest question right at the end here. I kind of snuck. That was like a Tyson. I looked at my notes. I'm like, man, that was kind of evil.
No, I would just say I am so appreciative that the foundation has entrusted me to serve in this role. And I would agree with you that the Gateway Foundation has been a tremendous part of St. Louis and downtown. And that's, of course, because of, those who came before me and, those who have led this organization previously in our mission of, improving quality of life and doing so with this emphasis on arts and culture.
Yeah. Well, and what's the future look like for the foundation now that I have you? Is 2025 going to be a great year for the foundation? Is there more to explore and more to talk about coming down the line?
I would say it's always going to be a great year, and there is definitely more to explore and more that will be coming. For right now, we are focused on getting people out to City Garden to come enjoy these beautiful lights, and to enjoy some holiday spirit and joy, while the season's here, and to also really spread the word and about the Skiobata Fellowship, because like you've mentioned in this conversation already, we hope that it is a meaningful opportunity for students, and a meaningful opportunity for the arts ecosystem here in St. Louis itself. So,
and honestly, it will be. I can see this just becoming such a really big thing, and really encourage folks on wherever they are, if they're watching this, to apply and take the chance, because you never know what ride it could put you on, and then all of the great things that you could learn. And before I let you go, Heather, I always do the same rant with everybody the first time on the show. St. Louis and Alton is so funny to me. Ray Hartman and I used to run his boards and all that and help him on the air when he was at KTRS, and he would talk about the disconnect. He's like, when you go to the airport, where do you tell people you're from? I'm like, St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing to me. I keep telling folks, Heather, St. Louis is only 20 minutes away. Let's hop in the car and let's start exploring each other's own backyards and learning more about our entire region, just like the City Garden's no different. And if you had one final call to action for these Illinoisans, what would you say?
Oh, I would definitely say, please come spend some time at City Garden. It's beautiful. And also, if you happen to be here, and down at City Garden, the Gateway Mall also has some tremendous treasures that are down here as well. So you don't need to just be at City Garden. You can go, walk down to the Arch. The grounds that are there are beautiful, and also to put in something about the light show there, Gateway Foundation also funds the lights for the Arch. And they do a beautiful lighting every night, and it is to a crowd. Actually, on the occasions that I've been there in the evening, people will come just for the lighting of the Arch, and there will be some applause afterwards. So they're speaking for me. I'm saying how beautiful it is. So I would say, come down to City Garden, spend some time down in the mall and downtown, because there are some really wonderful spaces that are down here that are just waiting for you to, explore and engage.
And honestly, what a call to action, because I keep telling folks, go and explore the backyards. You got the community calendar, see what's down the pipeline, and go just take a 25-minute drive over to St. Louis and have the sights and sounds of a city Christmas. And Heather, thank you so much for joining me in my tiredness today at 23 degrees here. We hope to see you guys down there at City Garden for this holiday lights display. It will run until February the 17th, but also learn more about this fellowship. What's the website to get more details?
Sure. Well, you can go to the Gateway Foundation website, and the GEO, site is off of that. So if you go to gateway-foundation.org, our GeoBata webpage will be linked directly off of that, just like our City Garden webpage. So you can go right there, and then you can visit those other spots.
Heather, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to talk with you again soon, and keep up the great work over there at the Gateway Foundation.
Oh, well, thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. 9:42, a little bit of change. Sydney Sinks is upstairs in her office, and she's going to join us next for Blog Talk, and she's got a lot of explaining to do. She made me sound pretty boring.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting, and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not. I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Like a shooting star. Run, run, Rudolph. Santa meant to make it in town. Santa, make him hurry. Tell him he can take the freeway down.
Why does he keep saying you're beautiful?
Run, run, Rudolph. Feeling like a merry-go-round.
It's like in love with Brian Trustin.
That's funny.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I've got a bone to pick with you.
You know what? That's fair. Let's hear it.
I sounded pretty boring.
You know what? It wasn't about you. It was about me.
I thought, I read the headline. I thought, behind the scenes, here we go.
Yeah.
Here is like the National Enquirer piece. I was getting smoked with it out of nowhere. You didn't tell anybody about the blog.
Yeah.
But no city, sorry, I'm looking at CityGarden on my screen. No work business. No really work shenanigans in this article.
I let you down. No, I'm sorry. I should have clarified. So this week in my blog, I wrote about what happens behind the scenes at RiverBender.com, which was very fun. That was actually an idea that Mike had a while ago and said that would be interesting. And I don't know if my life is really that interesting, but it seemed like a fun thing to write about. So
Not many, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Not many 24-year-olds are writing for that many towns.
Well, that's true. That's true. Thank you. But anyway, so I decided to write about that. But you're right. I didn't get into some of the shenanigans that happened. And I apologize. I apologize to the office for that because we have some good times. I should have said that.
I think we should thank you for that. Honestly, hindsight being 2020. But you guys, I think, would have gotten a kick out of it. We have quite the interesting lunch.
Yeah, we do. It's very nice. This is the only workplace I've ever been in where everybody comes together and eats lunch together, which is very sweet. And we have a good time.
So you have a cool job.
I do have a cool job, yeah.
That was the lead in line. And never boring and very rarely the same day from day to day is your job.
Very much.
Would you want it differently? Would you want the same job every day?
No, because this is so interesting. I don't know about you, but I've had those jobs where you have the same day every day.
Yeah, it's a little boring.
And it's, no offense, it is just a different sort of job. But this is so interesting because every day there's something new and someone new that I'm talking to, and you never know what's going to pop up. And so you also never know what you ask me every day, what are you doing today? And I'm like, I don't know, because anything could come up today. So it's kind of exciting.
And she's not lying either. So last week you painted a picture.
Yes.
You were dog sitting.
I was dog sitting.
And now I think this is good to know.
Yeah.
Because, some days, see, you're a lot more professional than I am. Because I let people know that I'm in a bad mood pretty much every day on the show.
That's
fair.
I
tell
fair,
people if the day's going, but there was a stretch for 3 weeks I watched the show. I'm like, man, every day I complained about how bad I was feeling.
You were sick though for like a long time. We should talk about that for a second.
No, we
shouldn't. Germs that are circulating in this office.
But I'm like, I kind of just grovel. I'm a groveler. You just take it right on. You're just every day taking each day stride by stride and doesn't let it phase you. Every article is like nothing bothered you. You're just getting your work done.
We get things done.
So for me, people go, oh, he had a cold. No wonder he was grouchy. Like today, I started taking some antibiotics for that. It was like a walking. I felt like I had walking pneumonia.
You had that for a long time, yeah.
So I was getting really worn out, and I'm like, I got to stop taking these. Because I'm feeling better now, but I'm just, kind of worn out and tired.
Yeah.
So I just tell people.
You're supposed to finish those, by the way. You're supposed to do the full cycle of those.
I know, but I just. I know, but I decided, I tell the audience that, so they're like, man, why was he just off today? They know why.
Sure.
You don't need to tell people that because you just are kind of. You're on the job, ready to go all the time.
I try to be very much just
you put the hat on.
I try to be on when I'm here and just get things done. So, thank you. I try my best. But, but that being said, I got things going on in my personal life too. So last week I was dog sitting, which was fun. What did you just drink?
That is the worst energy drink I have ever had in my life.
That's terrible. That's saying something, too. You try them all.
God, thank you. No, I'm sorry. That is awful. That's almost not even worth having.
Disappointing.
No. Sour pink lemonade's a no-go for CJ.
That's disappointing because that sounds pretty good.
It did.
Yeah.
I was very excited about it this morning. Sorry.
Sorry.
It was such a bad taste, it threw me off completely from my job. But honestly, you do such a good job of that. You put that hat on and you just kind of go, because it would be hard for me to do the writing thing. Because you got, your dog sitting, so to me, my schedule's already ruined.
It is messy,
my routine's gone. And then you got to focus and really, spend some time on each piece. It's a difficult task.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you have the same thing going on, where just like your life pops in sometimes and you just...
No. I just roll with the punches. We're on a live show here.
That's fair. You just got to keep going. Yeah.
If we're alive and breathing afterwards, after the 2 hours, it's a good day.
That's a fair point, yeah. No, it's kind of similarly. You just go through the day, and I was dog sitting. I was watching 3 dogs, which was a lot of energy, but very fun. At night, and I hang out with them.
3 Dog Night, the band.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I missed it.
Joy to the world.
I miss a lot of your little references. I apologize. Yeah.
Darn it.
That was
I was ready for that one.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
I let you down. But anyway.
So you had the 3 dogs.
Yeah, so that was fun. So that was a good time. And, otherwise, just I wrote a little bit about other things that I was up to throughout the week in my personal life.
I know. I want to know more about the dogs first. I was focusing on that because of the fact that, that to me would be the biggest kicker to start the week off. And I think that's what's more kind of fun about the article, to be honest with you, because I did read it yesterday, and it was just the fact that it kind of brought the sense of life in.
Oh, for sure.
Because for you have an official role as a reporter. I'm more of a commentator, where I'll break news stories and stuff, and like if it's official reporting from you guys, I'll read them.
Right.
But I'm not an investigative journalist that's got to write perfectly and got to get or even a journalist in general. So it's kind of interesting though to see how it kind of it's like I had a dog sit, but I'm writing all these articles, and it's just different.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, it was fun. I was hanging out with these dogs and, just chilling with them for a little bit. So we watched the news together, which was fun. We watched New Girl, which was fun. We had a good time, just me and these 3 dogs for a week.
Which one was your favorite?
Which dog was my favorite? So I had, if you notice on the story, I have a picture of me and Hank the dog. And I gotta say, Hank was pretty cute. I'm a big fan of Hank. Not to choose favorites, but big fan.
I think you did. I think you just did. It was a bitterly cold, snowy morning as I drudged across the parking lot, and here we come to CJ's favorite part of the story. Boom!
On the ground.
Lawsuits coming.
Yeah, so I'm in the parking lot.
Did you call Sean?
I did not. I should have. No, but I slipped and I fell on the ice and I hit hard on I landed on my back, and that was unfortunate. But I had this moment. I don't know if how often you fall down. I feel like I fall down semi-regularly just because I'm clumsy. But there's a moment when you're on the ground where you kind of reassess things a little bit. Yeah. Once you're like, oh, I'm fine. You're like, wow, this is really my life today.
Well, honestly, I'm glad you're okay, because that's dangerous. Seriously, that was an ice rink.
That was unfortunate.
And no one should have been even parking out there. Okay,
it was a little iffy for
imagine
a
fountain water line bursting and then freezing over. It was interesting.
It was a little unfortunate.
So honestly, thank God you didn't hit your head.
No, thank
serious.
you. That's very nice of you.
But it was one of those things where then and there, if I fall and I haven't even made it into clock in yet,
literally,
you aren't going to see me. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not doing it. My day's ruined.
It was Monday morning. I'm like, this sucks.
I'm too much of a prima donna, man. I'd have been gone. I would have called everybody, hey, for the first time in 3 years, the show was not going to be on today. See you tomorrow.
That's completely fair. No, I went upstairs and I clocked in, and then I texted my friend, and I'm like, can you believe what just happened to me? And she just laughed and laughed. So
question for you, did the winter coat break the fall?
It helped a little bit, I'll say. My big puffy winter coat.
That's why I go so hear me out here. I go puffy winter coat to work, but I go because you have I don't want to, it's like the dress, like the pea coat.
Yeah, right.
I'll do the pea coat to business stuff, but when it's going into work,
you got to
wear puffy coat because it protects your fall.
Absolutely.
That's seriously, I've always thought that. It always will protect your fall.
Well, and then I don't know if you remember, but last Monday, after I fell down, and we came upstairs and we had our day and stuff like that. It was so cold that day, and then we discovered that the heat in the building was actually set to cool and air conditioning. So
it was 54 degrees in this building. It was 54
cold.
degrees.
It was pretty cold.
Poor Dan Brannon stole my storage heater right out of the office. I think John stole it for him.
So.
And then I had to steal it back because I only weigh 48 pounds.
Right.
It was too cold for little old CJ. God, how do you type?
It was cold.
It was too cold to type.
I was literally sitting there in my coat with fingerless gloves on typing, which is ridiculous, but that was what I was doing.
That's kind of counterproductive. How do you have fingerless gloves on a cold day?
It was unfortunate.
What were you going to do?
Stupid decision, but
What bike were you riding?
It was a dumb purchase on my part, but
at least you have. I get yelled at all the time because my parents will drop food off to me, or my grandma will go to McDonald's and go, I picked you up a cheeseburger, and I walk outside without a coat on and a t-shirt, and I just get reamed every time still. Even though I'm 25,
sweet,
it's what are you doing, idiot? Put a coat on.
That's so sweet.
Have you seen these deployable airbags on people that they have in Japan? I was going to pick you up one as a gag.
That'd be funny.
It's you fall, and it's for old people.
Oh, really?
And not even just old people, but really anyone that lives alone.
Yeah.
If you fall, it's like a belt, and it shoots out like an airbag.
Yeah.
And it cushions your bones from breaking.
No, that's awesome, and definitely something that I could take advantage of, because I fall once every few months for some reason, and I'm no spring chicken anymore, CJ. It hurts.
Okay, I found the video. This is fall prevention tips. I want to make sure this is actually the right thing and it's not funny. So this is called Elders Tech Emporium. And there's many devices. I have to show you this because I saw this the other day and thought of Sydney. So
thank you.
This is their ad. I'm giving them free advertisement.
Hello, everyone.
We'll watch. This is the best wearable fall fracture injury prevention tool.
Nice.
See, this is.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh.
So what it does is it inflates like a coat, and it's see how quick that is?
That's actually pretty impressive that it inflates like that. So you know what?
I'm not being funny. For people that live alone, that's what they're starting to
That's pretty
do
cool,
now.
yeah.
With grants, because it's think about it. It's not only the fact that you're saving that older person's hip or knee or back or neck. You're also saving the load and stress of the hospital system because you're preventing a lot more falls.
Absolutely,
so it's kind of one of those things I saw and was just really fascinated by. But I was I'm going to pick one up for Sydney. That way if it's icy again, she can just pull the cord and life's good.
It's not the worst idea you've ever had, I'll be honest with you. I could definitely benefit
I have had
from that.
some doozies of. It was an interesting couple of weeks. Honestly, an interesting couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
With the temperature in the building.
So cold.
We had Friendsgiving,
that was
Worksgiving
fun.
That I was sick for.
We missed you.
But you know what? I felt blessed because you still made me a plate.
Yeah.
You did. John did.
Yeah,
all those
I
other
contributed
things.
nothing.
No, but honestly, I was reading the article and it's kind of fascinating because I was like, man, that all did happen in the course of a week.
Oh, for real? Just
you know what I'm
everything
saying?
That hits and happens in a week. Yeah.
You think a week ago is a year ago by the time it's done.
Literally, yeah.
So
in one
wild.
day, I think I told you about this. Excuse me, but I interviewed Santa Claus and then later that day went to a mastodon excavation, which was so cool.
Yeah.
And that was just one day in my life. That's so interesting.
You don't have it's hard you can't make up. I just talked to Santa Claus. Now I'm going to go see a fossil.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
It
just happens. You just never know what's going to happen.
Hey, it's 9:58 in downtown. It did it again.
Oh no.
Someone's playing a trick on me today. This is not your beautiful Brian Trust. This is our daily show. That's Sydney. It's Blog Talk time. It's 9:59. We'll take a break for top of the hour news here on this Friday the 13th. It's a very spooky day.
Very spooky day.
Do they have a Christmas edition Friday the 13th
They
movie?
should. Nightmare Before
honestly,
Christmas.
Well, that's an actual movie.
Yes, well,
but,
close enough. Close enough.
But they have 85 Friday the 13th movies.
True.
Why don't they have one? They have one with him in space.
That's true. They should. They should have something themed.
What a Friday.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. And that's enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. We're simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Like, just, there is nothing worse. Look at that. Oh, wow. It really wants You're Beautiful to be on 9 to 11. It's so bizarre. I was telling Sydney, I went to the bank today. If you are not ready at the bank line, get out of the line. Like, just do us all the favor. I have never been more frustrated in a morning before. I was sitting there. Oh no, it's not your fault. You know, it's like, it's just like there were 2 people in line, me and another car at 8 o'clock when the bank opened. The individual said, "Sorry, I'm not ready today as I normally am." So I thought, well, surely let's go check on the other person to see if they're ready. No, so I sat there. All I needed was money out of checking, not this whole thing. By the time I left, there was a line of cars by the end of the parking lot, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nasty today. I said, don't ever do that again. If someone's not ready, don't wait on them.
That's fair. There comes a point.
It's not your world, and we're just living in it here, you know?
It's frustrating. And you know what? The holiday season is all about grace and giving, but at the same time,
that's
like,
only
it's so
on the
stressful.
25th. I'm one of those people where you can, especially if you, like, is your house combative when they get ready for Christmas?
It can get.
Do you know what I'm putting you on the spot here, because I'm really honest about it, because like my family's a character anyway, so we just kind of. But like Christmas Eve, when my parents start cooking and my aunts start cooking and all that, I am as far away from the homesteads as you could probably imagine. Dude, I'm not going to call you. I'm going to act like I don't even know who you are until I show up, because I'm not going to get in your. Is your family like that?
Yeah, well, we're very low key. busy with our like holidays and stuff like that. So it's nothing too intense, but we're definitely, there comes a point when just like all the stress of the holidays, it just all hits at once sometimes. And so I definitely understand your feeling of just like hands off.
And I had to get back to work, you know. And I'm like,
you had things to do,
I have to. And the problem was, the reason I went to the bank truly is because I was out of gas.
Yeah,
I got up and I was on the E-tank past the line.
Oh, no.
And the light was on, and it's cold. And they always tell you the thing's going to freeze, and it never does. But I'm like waiting in line. I'm like, if I run out of gas in the bank because of this individual that is sitting to the left of me, I am definitely puncturing a tire. You are going to be stuck here too.
That makes me so nervous. Like as soon as the light comes on, I don't know about you. I try not to get that low usually, but as soon as the light comes on, I'm like panicked. See, I don't handle it well.
I do it all the time, and it's not because like sometimes it's not even because I'm like have no money. It's just because I'm too lazy.
Literally,
I'll just get it tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes.
Absolutely, I'm always like in the morning, and then in the morning I'm like, well,
that's the kiss of death. And then it's like, but it's 40 degrees outside.
No, that's true. I need to get gas. Actually, thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome. Does anyone else need to get gas today? Let me know.
Just a reminder.
Look what it did.
Oh no! It just really wants me to go.
I think Mike's upstairs hitting that button on purpose. Somebody's switching that button up. But it was just one of those things. That's why, like Christmas, so I stay away. And then when we start our Christmas festivities on Christmas Eve, everyone's happy again.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's only one day. You can build up the frustration, let it go, maybe drive like a maniac.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever you gotta do.
Breathe through it. But no, that's completely fair. It sounds like it's fun when it's all said and done. So that's the most important part.
Well, it was when I got to work today. I'm telling you what, I walked into Mac's convenience store, I was shaking. I was so upset. And then that's what threw me off on this first interview with CityGarden. I was still kind of worked up from it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It all started at the gas station the other day because I got hit with the individual that had 45 lottery tickets from 4 years ago that were expired. And it's like, have you ever seen that, John Panetti? Have you seen that when he's in the buffet line? He's a bigger comedian and he talks about being in the buffet.
No, that's funny though.
Get out of the line.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Get out of the line. Get out of the line. Maybe I'm the one that has the problem.
No, but like, I get it.
Maybe it's me that I'm thinking I'm the main character. You know what I'm saying? Because that's been my thought the last hour.
Yeah.
Was it that individual that had the main character energy, or was it me that perceived that it's all about CJ and I got to get back to work?
That's an interesting point. I feel like that's a good reminder every now and then to like remember, like, oh, I'm actually not like that.
You know
important,
what I'm saying?
But like, it's hard to remember that because you are the main character in your life. So
yes and no. See, yes and no. Not if you're married.
Well, that's an interesting point. Then it's a co-starring role.
Or if you're a parent.
Yeah, that's true.
At least for 18 years.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's not even about, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you do that where you're like, you know what you did wasn't wrong because you weren't the one holding up the line at the bank.
Yeah, right.
You were just waiting and someone decided to be the main character. But it's like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I completely get that. Where you're like, it's good every now and then to like step back.
Is it me that's the egotistical maniac, or was it the person that wanted to hold up the entire bank?
Exactly. And especially like this time of year, and I'm bad at doing this year round, but around now is when I like get the spirit of like Christmas in me, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm actually not
It's early for you. Last year it took a little bit.
We'll see. But it's like, you know what? I'm actually not that, like, this is not that big of a deal in like the grand scheme of life. But that being said, it still is annoying. So I completely I feel you.
I don't know. Yeah. So let's get back to your article because we were talking about Blog Talk. It's a Friday. I was just trying to get you some time off, you know.
No, I appreciate it.
So you made it up to the office. You texted your entourage.
Yeah,
I
let
love
them know.
that, which honestly is kind of the same for me. We have the same type of entourage. I love the fact that your mother immediately concerned.
Yeah, she was like, "Are you good? Take an aspirin," which is very sweet. She's a good mom. But,
that's what my mom would do. Now your best friend,
however, was just like, "That's hilarious. Can you get the footage?" And I said, "I don't know. I'll try my best." So
now, do you have aspirin in the office?
I do actually. I'm prepared because I used to steal Mike's aspirin a lot.
Okay, so. I was going to bring up the pharmacy of Mike.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is he has like Tums and ibuprofen. Yeah. So when you have a headache, you can't say I got a headache and got to go home. You just go to Mike's office and grab one.
Yeah. Which is nice. But I was doing that a little too often, so then I was like, maybe I should invest in my own ibuprofen. And so if you ever need any, you know where to go.
I you stopped talking to me throughout the day. I didn't realize I was the cause of those headaches.
Yeah, it's all you. So, but if you ever need anything, I'm stocked up now, so we're good to go.
So you usually write up to 3. I think 3 is not even close to being accurate. You say
depends.
3 to 6. I think it's I think your averages is about 10 a day.
Not quite that.
I think
but,
so. If you count press releases and all of that,
well.
Because let's be honest, some people do not know how to manufacture a press release, and you spend more time putting those together than writing an article.
Yeah, well, I do a lot of. I'm lucky because most of my job is literally sitting at my desk, and not all the time, but a lot of times sitting at my desk and writing, which is so cool. Like that's the coolest thing ever. So I get to sit there and I go through my interviews, and I have interviews where I talk to people, which is really awesome. You get to meet so many cool people who are doing such passionate, awesome things, which is just really cool. So I just sit and I write my articles, and I write, like 3 to 6, 2,000-ish words a day, which is really cool. So, it's awesome. And then you throw in there also every now and then you got to run out to like ribbon cutting ceremonies or special events or other things like that. And it's cool too because you get to see the community in action.
Event stuff is cool. That's fun. And then throughout the week, I'm often running around the Riverbend region.
Absolutely,
you led into that. I got to ask you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The hardest question of the last 20 minutes.
Let's hear it.
Woodman Trail Cutting Ceremony or Freer Cookies and Cocoa Fundraiser? What was better?
Don't do that to me. Don't pit those two great things against each other because those are two great things happening in Godfrey.
I love being. See, this is why I love my job because I can do this.
Yeah, that's harsh. That's harsh.
But it's really cool though because the grand scheme of things is like I don't know what your plans are if you're planning because if you're gonna move to Timbuktu, Iowa tomorrow or 5 years from now, but
who's to say, right?
Yeah. But if you're playing it, if all of a sudden, you're looking back 25 years later and realizing, honestly, you're writing local history every day.
It's cool. I think about that a lot. Really? Well, I think about it when I'm doing Lacey's articles. She writes these really cool history articles, and if you haven't read them, you should read them and watch her on your show, right?
Thank you for that. You're getting good at it.
I got you. Man.
Feeling great today.
So I think about that, though, because a lot of what she takes from those history articles are newspaper articles and stuff like that, and it just is so interesting that, like, these are the details that people are going to remember is like what we're writing down now. So it's really fascinating to think about and to memorialize these people who are doing cool things in our area who get this recognition. So, yeah.
So when was the Suki
Waterhouse.
I'm having a bad day with
that was good.
Pronunciation.
I mispronounced it 5 times before the concert.
And the thing is, like, people make fun of me all the time, and they're like, didn't you go to school for that? No, I didn't, because I'm not a broadcaster. I'm a talk show host.
Yeah, right.
I'm a person. I guess I'm a personality.
Yeah.
I'm not really a broadcaster. But, so that was on a Tuesday?
Yeah, so I went to a concert. So throughout this article, I kind of go through the whole week.
Yeah, that's what was kind of like the weave.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So on Monday, I fell down. And on Tuesday, I went to a concert, which is really fun. So, yeah, what I did is I definitely overdid the caffeine that day. I had 1 coffee in the morning, which I have to function, and then 1 energy drink in the afternoon, which just completely threw me off the walls. And so there, I went to this concert at the factory, which was really good. Came back, was exhausted Wednesday morning, and that's fine. That just is how it goes sometimes.
Well, I don't know how you do it. I really, seriously, because I cannot do a darn thing after work.
That's fair, yeah.
I feel so bad. I used to be one of those people that drove everywhere and did all... I can't even leave my house.
And that's not
I'm not being
wrong,
funny. I don't know how you do it, because by the time my caffeine wears down by 3:30, which is... what is this?
Yeah.
This is, oh, Jesus. So I had 500 milligrams of caffeine this morning.
That's concerning.
By the time it wears down at 3 o'clock, I'm pretty much kind of crashing out for 2 or 3 days.
That's completely fair. No, definitely around
okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Have you ever had a realization while you're talking to somebody?
Yeah, but I'm so curious. Let's hear it.
I keep wondering, because I've had this weird thing going on where during the weekends I literally hibernate. I've been hibernating, where it's not even like I'm sleeping. I'm just laying in bed and cannot move.
Well, it's like this weather.
Do you know why?
Why? Let's hear it.
I'm not drinking energy drinks during the weekend.
That's exactly
It's literally just the caffeine withdrawal and crash that's keeping me literally bedridden and not being able to move.
That's so real. I don't drink
usually
coffee.
That was a wild realization. Seriously, for months I've been having this happen where I feel so bad, like My friends are asking me to hang out with me, and all this stuff. And I'm like, I say yes during the day, but by the time I've been getting home, I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I
right. You're
cannot
done.
Move. Like, literally cannot move.
Yeah,
You
no,
have to
I
come
get that.
me. That's why. I have no doubt about it.
No, I get that. I feel the same way. I don't drink caffeine during the weekends usually because I just need it during the weekdays. And then I'm asleep on the couch by like 4 p.m. So, no, I completely understand. Yeah.
When I was starting to get worried about it, because I haven't been drinking at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's going on with CJ? Yeah, it's caffeine.
I think it's the caffeine, which is like, that's why I tried to like withdraw for a while.
You
if
did
you
a good
remember
job.
that.
You
I
did
did
a
that
great
for
job.
like 30 days and then I gave in again. So.
But I just really can't. It's like one of those things where I'm so excited for my break coming up because I gotta take a break from the caffeine and stop it all. But it's like people were going, man, you look really tired. Like I had someone call me that was really concerned for me, and I'm like, it's not because I'm partying or anything. I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, right.
And not like I'm working harder than you. You're out. It's just like
it's literally caffeine. Yeah, no, I completely get that. If anyone has any tips on like how to like get off of caffeine more permanently,
that's where I come in.
Yeah,
you tune in to the OSF segments that are starting next month. They're a new partner.
Oh, perfect. That'll be fun.
So how was the Suki Waterhorse?
With Suki Waterhouse, it was really good. It was really fun. She's married to Robert Pattinson. If you know who he is, Twilight.
Well, I know
fan.
him from Harry Potter.
Oh, classic. So real for that. But
thank you.
No, yeah. So she really good show. We had a really fun time with my friends, which was a nice time. And so it was just as nice every now and then.
What type of music?
It's like indie rock, sort of pop, sort of. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it.
Are you rocking her in the Impala on the way to, or the Altima on the way to work?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes vibing just a little bit.
Go,
it's very fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I highly recommend. But yeah, no, and so it just is fun. All that being said, I try really hard to like do stuff every now and then because thank you, just because I will lose my mind if all I do is like work and go home. So I try really hard to like get out every now and then, and it's hard because like you said, I'm just exhausted by the end of it. But it's you chug that energy drink and you get done and it's fun. And on Wednesday I was exhausted. I definitely felt it, but it's okay. It was a good time.
You stopped by Max on 4th.
I did. Stocked up on junk food.
I do bump into you from time to time in the old homestead.
Yep, classic.
But Thursday mornings when you had to kick it right back into high gear.
Yeah, Santa and Mastodon.
Exactly right. That's right. Santa and the fossil. All right. Now, what does a Friday look like? What does a today look like for you?
Today? It's exciting. So basically what we're going to do today is we're going to write, I'm saying we, like I'm multiple people. Yeah.
No, you are, right?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back upstairs after this and I'm going to write a couple of articles based on interviews that I've conducted throughout the week and about some events that are coming up and people that are doing cool things in the area, which is really fun. And then this weekend, I'm doing 2 cool things. I'm getting mental health first aid trained certification, which is going to be interesting.
That is really cool.
It's going to be cool, yeah. And then that's Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'm going to Alton Little Theater, and I'm going to watch A Christmas Carol, and I can't wait.
You are going to the Swan Song of Kevin Fry? I didn't... Yeah. Oh, that's right!
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. I'm glad you're going.
Yeah, I'm excited. That'll be really fun.
Did you reserve?
I did reserve my ticket, so we're good to go.
I was kind of nervous because, not even being funny, they are literally... You guys cannot get into Alton Little Theater for the next couple of months.
It's a good sign.
Out.
Good for them. I'm pumped for them.
Good for all of us. We're
good for
we're
you.
partners in this. No, we
it's
all
exciting.
Are. Yeah.
They have a lot of cool things coming down the pipeline, so I'm excited for what their season is.
They have some great shows.
They do,
honestly,
yeah.
They've had a couple of really good shows lately.
Well, and the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, I love that show, so I can't wait to see that. Yeah, it's so funny.
Is
so
it about
I'm excited.
a spelling bee?
It's about a spelling bee, but it's just funny, and so I can't wait to see that. There's like audience participation. It's really cool. Yeah. Huh. So that's like completely off topic. That's a little highlight for Alton Little Theater.
Coming down the pipeline.
Coming down. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Look at that live read from Sydney Sinks. You got to say AltonLittleTheater.org.
AltonLittleTheater.org.
There you go. All right. What are you writing about next week?
Next week, we'll see what happens. That's the cool thing. That's literally, it's different every week. So you never know what's going to pop up. So I'm excited. I got a couple of articles loaded up for me to get done with. I know we're recording a couple of blog talks, so I need to get some blog talks written. So that'll be good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
so that'll be fun. But I'm excited. It'll be fun. It'll be an exciting couple of weeks before Christmas.
And did you get your shopping done?
Not quite yet.
Uh-oh.
Almost.
Well, here's the problem.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Neither did I.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway safe rubber tire dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Time passages. Yes, go falling in the fading lights. Time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight.
Welcome back. 1038, Margaret Hopkins, Wreaths Across America. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was wonderful, but it's only been a week ago, and it seems like we need to get our running shoes on for Christmas in less than 3 weeks.
So the thing that people do not realize at all here, Margaret, is the fact that, honestly, we have maybe 4 days to really buckle it all in, because I feel like if you aren't really strapped in and ready to go here by the start of next Monday, which would be December the 9th already,
yes.
It's pretty much over.
Yes, that's right.
Are you conquering this at all? Are you
not
feeling
at all. No. But I will. After the 14th, I'll have it together.
Well, and how are we gearing up for the 14th?
We're doing very well. We still are taking donations to complete our mission. So for every $17, we can purchase a wreath, but for every $34, we can get 3 wreaths. So we're in a 3 for 2 thing with Wreaths Across America. So every $34, we get 3 wreaths. Our wreaths will be arriving either the 9th or 10th of December. Haven't gotten the secured date yet, but that's a fun day when the police and the Patriot Guard escort that big semi-truck into Alton, and then we unload the truck. So if anybody just wants to come help or just watch, it is a thrilling time to see the truck roll in, and probably 40 to 50 people will be there to help unload the truck, unpack the boxes, and get things ready for the 14th.
Well, and too, with your guys' Facebook page now, it's so much easier to follow along and stay up to date with everything, too.
Right, yes. That was a blessing for us this year that we've finally come into age with the help of Brennan Collins, who is our intern that we have that's helping us with that Facebook page. So thank you, Brennan.
Thank you very much. Well, and now what stage in the game are we at this point? What are your thoughts? What are you working on right now currently?
Weather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very apparent after last weekend.
Right. I have ordered unseasonably warm and dry weather for the 14th, so there's no excuse not to come.
Oh, really? So
yes,
you're looking, is the extended looking good?
Well, I'm hoping so. I have the Pink Sisters praying for us.
Good.
We're on time for the 14th at 11 o'clock. Setup will start at 8 o'clock, and we have that bunch of scouts and other kids that come to set up, and then we will start the event at 11 o'clock. And I also would say that we'll have wreath distribution. That people can order an extra wreath. If you have a veteran loved one at another cemetery other than the Alton National, you can call Sue Fitzgerald and order an extra wreath. And I think we just probably have 30 left out of the bunch that we have ordered. So if you're interested in doing that, you would call Sue at 618-531-1430 and give her your name, the name of the veteran, the cemetery that they're buried in, and then she'll give you the details about the pickup that happens that same day of the event.
That's really cool. And I also saw something on Facebook, and it was shared from the Jefferson Barracks side of things.
Okay.
And I just wanted to kind of clarify if it's okay. If people in Alton, I would highly encourage them to use your link first, just because that way you guys can make sure that you're hitting that fundraising quota.
Right.
Is that because it's two different campaigns, correct?
Right.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
Right. Every location
is different.
Has their own fundraising. Yes. So Jefferson Barracks, they're
wonderful. Yeah, it wasn't any competitive thing at all.
No. But they've got hundreds of thousands of graves there, and I don't know. They, I think, usually select a section to decorate every year. So but our QR code that's on our Facebook page goes directly to the Alton National.
And that way we could just clarify that, because I just want to make sure, our group's taken care of too, and because we all know that Jefferson Barracks is going to be hitting their goal each and every year. But I just wanted to make sure of that. So that's good to know too. With that being said, $34 for the three for two wreaths.
Right.
And how does that work again, that breakdown?
Well, for each wreath costs $17, and so for every $34 donation, then we get the 3 wreaths.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so all that money, comes into either through the QR code or comes to our post office box, and then that money is sent directly to Wreaths Across America, and they keep track of all that for us.
And now, what do you guys need from the public at this point in time?
We'd love for them to come. That's first off. If you've never been, we encourage you. It would start a new tradition for you and your family. And if you have come before, we encourage you to come back, because every year we select a different school. This year it's going to be the East Elementary.
Really
cool.
And
so they will be coming. We have the Marquette choral group that's going to be leading us in the national anthem.
Who did it last year?
Well, we were under construction last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we had limited space.
Yeah.
But yes, Deborah Manicky actually was our soloist last year. But we've been assured that the gate will be open to the cemetery, and you can enter the cemetery this year, and we'll be back to normal.
Well, and it's really, and like you said, it's one of those things, because I think sometimes folks maybe feel patronized by some events where they, have to go see this. really, this is not like that, guys. This is one that you really have to go see because it's just so special. It's not one of those where the community kind of guilt trips you to going to see something. This is one where it's such a unique thing that you only witness at this event. And to see both of the young and old generations going
Working
out there together.
Yes.
I mean, it's real. I mean, really, you have to go if you haven't gone.
Yeah. I kind of compare it to like a Polaroid picture.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Because unless you go, it's you think 560 graves will be there all day. In 10 minutes time, those students and veterans have that entire cemetery covered, and it starts all white stones, and as they move from left to right, you see the color come alive. And this when the student hands the veteran the wreath and they salute, that salute back from the student just happened because we never planned it that way. That first year, we just expected the child to hand the wreath, and we were going to say the veteran was going to salute as he placed the wreath. But they mimicked what they did, what they saw, and it just has become a tradition. And it is just beautiful to see those two people working together to get this done.
Well, and it really is. And for so many people, too, I think that are in maybe older generations too that have felt like the younger generation has lost that sense of patriotism.
Right.
Go and witness this because it'll change your perspective on things.
Yeah.
Because those kids live for that moment.
Right.
I mean, they really cherish it. It's not like, oh, great, and they're kicking and screaming because they got to get up on a Saturday. They are actively ready for this.
Right.
God, it's so cool. And we'll be live bringing you this coverage too. But it's seriously 10 times better in person. This is one time I will encourage you to watch the broadcast afterwards. Go and witness this in person for sure.
Yes, yeah. And we'll have the Williams family dove release will be there again this year. They are very good, very nice gentlemen and family. And this year he's going to, we have alternate students. These are students that we use in case someone can't make. So we're going to we have a job then for those alternates this year. They're actually going to be doing the dove release. So that's going to be exciting for them. They don't know that yet, but that's going to be exciting.
And now there's also going to be, is it a 21 or 14?
Yeah, we have a 21 gun salute.
21 gun salute.
Rifle salute from the VFW will be there, yes. And
really
echoing taps, we have 2 students from Alton High that will be doing that, yes.
How many different organizations are involved in this? I've never asked you that.
I know, and I've never counted them all. But it's hundreds of people to get it done. Hundreds.
Well, and it's really just, it's so unique how it is too, because it's so it's bizarre, honestly, is the right word.
Okay.
Because it really defines America in how this event lines up, because it has all these different sectors from the military all the way down to community organizations to just citizens to school children to school organizations to bands. I mean, it's literally every component of our country is put into this and done in this way that it's literally a perfect uniformed event all across the country at once.
Right.
It is so cool.
Yeah, over 4,700 locations participating.
It's amazing.
At the same day, the same hour. It gives me the goosebumps to think about it. We're part of a really big picture.
Well, and with that 4,700, what's it mean that Alton gets some recognition? Because, I mean, you've been able to go and tour, the facility. You've been able to help Uvalde. I mean, you guys are prominent within that 4,700 too.
I don't know about that, but we were very honored to be included. And this year we hope to help some other locations. I will be reaching out to them today. There's a group in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Very interesting group. It's a ROTC group that is organizing their Wreaths Across America at their cemetery. And so these are all kids. These are high school kids.
Wow.
And their goal was to cover their cemetery 1,600 graves. Now, that's a big undertaking. This is their first year. So when I spoke to the liaison last year, they only had like 400 or 500 wreaths. So they were short almost 1,000. So I'm hoping today that we can be able to gift them some some wreaths to help them either get to their goal or achieve their goal. So I'll know about that a little bit later today.
Really cool. And once again, what time, before I let you go, because I forgot to ask you this last time, parking, FAQs, and just some of that logistical stuff for that morning. What can you advise us on to make it the best experience?
Right. There is limited parking down on that street.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you, we have permission from Fast Eddie's Bonnier to park on their auxiliary lots. And if you can't walk that block and a half down, there'll be a shuttle bus. Marquette have their little blue buses there to bring you down and take you back if you need to.
Really cool. And then what time should you advise people to start showing up?
Well, you should be there probably by 11:45 because we will start promptly at 11.
Well, it gets pretty filled up pretty quick, too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to remember from last year. Yeah. Man, it was cold that day.
It was cold that day. And we have a new, we're having a new PA system this year.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah. So we're hoping to bring the speaker system down at the bottom, but we'll also have speakers at the top so that everybody should be able to hear better this year. So we're going to try that.
How many people were on your committee?
We have probably 6 or 8 on the committee.
I love this.
But everybody has a job, and it's unbelievable. I mean, for everybody to get all this done is it's amazing.
Well, and really cool to see the sponsors just kind of, throwing their support too for this too.
Yeah. We have sponsors that are doing the live stream, the video, and we also have a sponsor, Representative Amy Ellick is doing the PA system for us this year. So, yeah, we're very blessed.
Is the best way to stay up to date the Facebook page?
Probably. And if anybody has any questions or last-minute questions or whatever, they can call me at 618-570-8804. I'll be happy to answer.
Really cool. Margaret, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you on the 14th.
I look forward to it.
Taking a quick break, we'll come back and talk to Mary Cordes Hayner Library right after this as we wrap up our Monday.
You are invited to this year's Christmas concert at River Church. There are 4 amazing performances for you to choose from. All of heaven's coming down. Fill the earth with a sound of the name. Come and see why so many people make this a part of their yearly Christmas tradition.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Turn off the light. Santa Claus is coming down the old chimney tonight. Oh, Christmas time, baby. And the snow is falling on the ground. Well, you pay a real good love there.
10:38. There is a little bit of change on that. Hey, welcome back. Daily Show hitting you. And always a good opportunity to talk roller hockey because, quite frankly, I would watch the guys in the roller hockey leagues when I was in soccer over there and playing for Lou Fuse and go, they could kill me. How are we doing today?
Bigger, faster, stronger.
There you go. And Jason, how's Quigs?
Not bad, man. Not bad. We're excited for the holiday season, and we're ramping up to give a lot of cool stuff away. So
when I heard Tom was coming on today, I wanted to make sure he felt at home. Got the same board.
Oh yeah, everything in here looks just. This could be my basement right now. Just have my kid screaming in his underpants nearby at Fortnite, and everything's just perfect.
Or he's sneaking down, giving us the finger.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does that too.
We just have random people do that in the building.
No, it's definitely my 11-year-old most of the time.
That's awesome. So really, just a great opportunity to talk about some great things you do for the community with this roller hockey league. These funds that you were generating, how did this all start? So fill me in on the backstory here on how this fundraiser came together and what you guys were able to do.
So we started this league 2 years ago. This is our third year. Last year was our first year bringing up the Hockey Fights Cancer part fundraising.
Okay.
We have a few guys. One of the guys that were supposed to be here with us today couldn't make it, unfortunately. His name is Frank Hart. Frank came down with some cancer and had to take a couple of months away. And while he was doing that, he mentioned something about maybe raising some funds for Hockey Fights Cancer. And so last year, a couple of our teams bought the lavender jerseys. I think it's November, isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually?
Yeah, November,
December, something like that. The NHL has Hockey Fights Cancer.
Right.
And they raise funds to help fight cancer through the NHL. And we were kind of wanting to do the same thing. Two teams got lavender jerseys. That money went into a pool. I think we raised maybe $600 last year, a little over $600, something like that. So this year, we really wanted to ramp it up. We had 3 more teams get jerseys, so almost half the league now has lavender Hockey Fights Cancer jerseys. With the jersey sales, and then Quigs is there every Saturday, and we were selling Hockey Fights Cancer shirts and hoodies, and all the proceeds went to Hockey Fights Cancer. So at the end of the day,
50-50 too, didn't we?
50-50.
Oh wow, that's cool, man.
We sold jerseys. We had jersey raffles.
Wow.
So
well, and what's it? I mean, just take me through that feeling of knowing, hey, you pretty much doubled up and then some over, year over year. That's pretty incredible.
It just goes to show what the effort can be when, the first, like he said, this is only our 3rd year of doing this particular league.
Yeah.
And the first year was just chaos getting things organized. The second year for us to be able to sit down and say, hey, on top of that chaos, let's try to, work and get some, raise some money somehow. We use our time effectively and put something out there for somebody that we can actually do some good in the community with.
Yeah.
And so it was just a lot. It was a lot of work. And then this year, for just the amount of time and effort the teams put into jersey designing and getting everything ready in time, which that was the thing, was the timing is just so tight this year. It was awesome to see it all come together.
Yeah, and we're kind of I guess limited to what the Y can allow us. So like now, we were supposed to have a game tomorrow.
Okay.
But due to them resurfacing the floor, we weren't able to play. But we also had some things in mind that, we were going to have like a Toys for Tots, might have a skate with the GRHL, and, skate with Santa and stuff like that. But we couldn't do those things just because we were kind of at the mercy of the Y being
the
fixed.
rink that we play at there.
Yeah.
Scheduling wise, we have to be at their mercy a little. So a lot of times we want to do more interesting things, like he said. I think we did a toy drive last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
And because we didn't have a December game this year, we didn't have a toy drive. It was kind of canceled last minute. So
That sucks.
So yeah,
I mean,
we'll still be able to find a way to raise toys. Like if there's a way for us to help, we'll help. But,
yeah.
No, I mean, like grand scheme of things, it is. You never know what can happen. What happens if you find a spot that's really your guys' own spot? Because I mean, the Y's great. I mean, they're
a great venue.
But to have that freedom, has got to be something that's thought about.
If there's an ultimate goal with this league, I would think that would probably be the goal.
Yeah.
To where we're big enough to we can be self-sustainable. We'd have our own rink. We would have our own things. So to kind of give a little background of what this league is, we're not just, we have some of the best roller hockey players in this area, St. Louis, Madison County area, but we also have guys that really don't play a lot of roller hockey.
Me. For instance, I'm terrible. I'm a road cone.
Are you?
Yes, I'm awful.
I'd be awful too.
But that's what we want. Our league is based on, we're a drafted league, so we are. It's very NHL-esque.
Okay.
You just don't show up and sign up for the league. We have 10 teams, 140 players, 10 players per team plus a goalie, and then every year we have a draft. We can trade players, we can sustain players, hold players, retain players.
Like
trade.
it's a whole thing. There's a contract. Like I'm on a 2-year contract with the team that I can get traded at any point to another team, and they get the money for that contract and all that. It's just like
that is incredible.
It's LARPing the NHL if you really want to think about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fantasy hockey in real life.
But every
That's
team has a
super cool.
salary cap. So what is 120 bucks? So there's guys on my team that are $27, $28 players, and I'm $3. So I mean, it's fine for me because I get the opportunity to play with really good hockey players, and they have to deal with the fact that I'm terrible. So
that's
they get to play with a shitty player.
That's the best thing about the league is that it's so. It's so balanced. It's very
even,
balanced,
right?
Yeah, it's very balanced.
It keeps it balanced and it keeps it recreational.
I love the brutal honesty, though.
Oh, yeah.
But what I love about it, though, you nailed this perfect. Both. It is a fantasy hockey league that's real. I mean, it's a live action league.
Oh, for sure.
And and for so many people, they just want that experience.
Oh yeah,
that's half of it for me. It's like it's like it's like playing fantasy hockey with a bunch of your friends, but it's real teams getting thrown around, and guys on I just had my line mate for the last 2 seasons get traded. I don't know what the hell.
Oh my God!
There was a tear in my eye. I was like Sarah McLachlan playing in the background for a moment. I'm sorry, Zach, if you can hear this. I feel very bad. But no, my team the guys the captains on my team decided it was time to move players and shift things up. So
gosh, this is cool.
Yes.
This is really cool.
And one of the reasons why we really wanted to do this was because we're always looking for players. It doesn't matter your skill level, because we have every skill level in this league. And if you don't think so, come down in January and watch us, or come play. We section our players off in tiers. Tier 1 players are your best players, and they goes all the way down to tier 4. And those tiers are represented in every team. Every team has every tier. We're all,
oh my God,
we all understand we have to work the next day. So it's even though it's
every game
competitive,
ends with a handshake line. Just because if there is anything crazy or stupid, you at least have to look someone in the eye 4 feet from you and not punch them.
Yeah.
So it can get pretty heated.
Man.
We have
I
mean, Quiggs and I, anytime he and I play against each other.
You're not on the same team?
Oh no, we're on different teams. We played 2 games ago. I think we played against each other. And he and I had some really stiff battles, and at
the
the end of
best.
the game, you know, we walk past each other, and I'm like, "Come on, we got to hug after we fight. Come on." So,
Podcast on Tuesday.
Yeah, we can't be angry in my basement. Come on.
Well, and for so many people, they just want that experience again. I
Yeah.
mean, because that was some of the best times of, you know, our lives, you know, growing up and all of that. And people need that type of camaraderie anymore, just in everyday life, to get you through no matter what it is. It used to be going to the bars. It used to be doing other things. Now it's just a different form of it.
I didn't play hockey growing up at all.
See, that's what I was going to ask you.
Well,
Okay.
so I played I skated a lot when I was a kid because roller
Were you a good
skating.
skater?
Yeah, I was a reasonable skater.
Okay.
I never was a great hockey player.
Okay.
And I quit when I was like 16 because I moved and I got a car, and then I didn't need those wheels. I had bigger wheels. And then skating just didn't really happen for me. I got into other things. And when I kind of had a midlife crisis about 5 years ago, I was going nuts, and the Blues had just won the cup. And my friend Rick asked me if I ever wanted to play hockey. I said, yeah, and he got me up at the Y just to play pickup, and somehow, some way, I wound up in the league as a really bad hockey player. So it's incredible. It's been kind of
awesome.
a weird resurgence for me, just to being able to say at 35, I started playing hockey, right?
Yeah,
like it's crazy. Like,
and I just think it's so cool, because I'm not going to lie to you. I never really do a lot of research on guests, because I like to learn while I'm on the fly here, because that develops better questions. But it's really cool to know that there's a league, because sometimes people get nervous about that. It's like, is this league right for me?
Well, see,
all that
but they come out and they see guys that play really well, and it can be intimidating.
It is,
But with the other thing and that's part of the issue, I think, as a league, one of our problems is that we attract a lot of really good players, because the organization of it all and the fun of it all is really what people
the
like.
uniqueness too. There is not another league like this.
You go to most leagues, and it's you and your 6 or 8 buddies, and that's who you've always played with, and whoever fills in. But for this, it's a whole other thing. So finding players like me is a challenge.
Right.
We need more guys who aren't great at hockey, but are interested in being parts of hockey teams and learning the game, and really just having a good time and having fun with a bunch of dudes that are out there for no other reason but having their own little midlife crisis.
I'm not trying to but I think so many people in life miss that point of things, is because we get so individualistic, and if you never had that kind of structure where it's like, what makes a team? What is a team? You aren't going to be successful in life.
No,
you can't do
this
it
is
as
something
an
completely
individual.
different
You know
than
what I'm
anything I've
saying?
ever experienced.
And this is like when you're playing, like, say, rec softball or even rec roller hockey or rec hockey or whatever. You usually have a team that you put together. You know those guys, and you go out and you play and you have fun.
Yeah.
This league's a little different, because you're drafting guys that you've never played with, or you're trading for guys that you've never played with, or guys are coming in from the bench that you never played with. So like our team has some type of a mindset of a structure or whatever. So new guys are coming in to try to learn those things, and it's super fun for guys like us who've never played hockey. They score a goal, and then you got me, over the announcent, goal scored by number 18, Tom Williams.
The whole stupid thing. We put on the whole production for him too.
Goal horns and everything.
Yeah,
so
every team has their own individual goal horn that they make.
That's incredible. But see, that's what it's about.
Yeah,
though.
it gives everybody the personality of it, right?
Like a guy named Jason Householder. He doesn't play a lot of roller hockey, but he loves our league, and he always says, he's like, it's crazy that I can come here and feel as if he's on the same team as some of the best roller hockey players in the league, and for him to hear his name over the intercom and stuff like that,
and contribute,
and
be able to contribute because they're playing with him, and he's being pulled up to their level in a way, right?
Sure. You guys got a moment to stick around? I got to pay one last bill.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, it's 10:50. We'll take a quick pause. We'll come back with more of this great conversation. But let's see what's going on down there in our nation's capital first.
You are invited to this year's Christmas concert at River Church. There are 4 amazing performances for you to choose from. All of heaven's coming down. Fill the earth with a sound of why so many people make this a part of their yearly Christmas tradition.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Play it dirty, play it dirty. You'll be doing all right with your friend, Mother White.
10:54. We are wrapping up the week. It just loves that You're Beautiful Brian Trust overlay. I don't know what I'm doing at this darn thing today, but man, oh man, boy, my boy, it is not liking me. Welcome back, Gateway Roller Hockey League. We got Tom and Jason back in the studio. So, bottom line is, who wants to? Let's just throw this out there. Okay, I'm a bold guy. Who has a facility that's ready to give this league a home? I mean, what the hell? We're here now. It's a Friday at 10:55. Let's ask for the world.
All we need is something about the size of a soccer field indoors.
There's a place that was off of Route 3 in Pontoon Beach.
I know
Soccer
exactly.
Fun.
Yep.
That would have been like one of the a perfect place. It's not too big. It has a little bar area. It has
somewhere with locker rooms so we can change and not end up on a list. That's the problem with our current facility doesn't have great locker rooms for non-members, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not if you're a member of the Y, you pay big bucks to go there and get your shower on. You don't want smelly hockey gear everywhere. We get that. But that doesn't really give us the best places to change. So
this is great. Okay. So you guys are a nonprofit organization.
Yes, for sure.
It's something to look into. I mean, seriously, because there's not a lot of talk about like hockey leagues and stuff. Like we're talking baseball and stuff for complexes being built, but there's a huge population of hockey players. It's a major thing here in St. Louis.
Hockey's growing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
A lot more within the last 5 years.
Huge. Well,
especially
and
since
think
the Blues
about
won.
how many ice rinks they're putting up everywhere anyway. Having a roller rink anywhere for just overflow.
Yeah.
Kids,
no kidding.
Kids during the summer, they can't always get ice time because it can get too busy at these places. Yeah. Ice time can be a lot. Grab a set of blades. It's not exactly the same, but it's 90% of the same motion, so you're getting the same exercise.
So we were talking about these waiver players during the break.
Yeah.
How do we join or just make the phone call to say, hey, I'm not,
no phone call necessary. Go to the website, Gateway Roller Hockey League.
I think it's gatewayRollerHockey.com.
Yeah, or just look up Gateway Roller Hockey League on Google. That's probably easier. We'll be the first link. And when you do that, you can sign up right there to be a fill-in player.
At the bottom, it says join the GRHL. Hit that, fill in the blanks, and
somebody with the
right here. Okay, let me go full screen here. Okay, I can do this.
Show all the people.
Yeah.
Show them. Yeah. There's our fancy website. So when you click on the join the GRHL, it's just a big thing. You fill out the contact form. It tells us a little bit about who you are, where you're at, skill wise. Be honest. Don't you tell us you're not good, and then come in there and we want to make sure we're not.
After the first game, usually the board will kind of ask if anybody had watched that player play.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What's the skill level? Is he ranked 1 through 5? And if he's 1, then he's a top tier.
And the cool thing about being a waiver guy, just to fill in, is that it's free. You don't have to pay a dime to do it. If you want to come in and play for free, that's how you do it. We have guys that travel up from Cape with a couple of regular players, and they waiver on 3 or 4 games every time they come up. Just because there's guys that have vacation or whatever, they can't be there for their games. So it gives them the opportunity to come up, play a bunch of games.
Hold on, I'm going back to this. So you click on this, any of the pictures, it takes you to a team.
Yeah, those are all of our teams.
Yeah, so
we have stats and everything.
We keep stats. Everybody has their own goals.
You got your nothing yet to display, but it doesn't matter. This is cool. This is like really cool.
Oh yeah, we have our own cap friendly.
Yeah. So we have 10 teams.
Look at that. You're beautiful, Brian Trust.
Man, we are so beautiful, Brian Trust.
I love this. Like, this is the coolest thing. So just go to the website.
Yep.
How long's your seasons last?
It goes about 9 months.
Yeah, we
is
start
that just
off,
the playoffs like the NHL?
No, how we do it is we try not to.
That was pretty fun.
We're very family friendly because we know that it's going to be very hard for everybody to show up every week to play hockey, so we try to space it out maybe 1 or 2 times a month that we play.
Gotcha.
Yeah, normally Saturdays, once or twice a month.
So it's not consecutive.
Yeah. And then all the games,
not normally.
all the games are played on that one day. So we have 5 games on that game day. All 10 teams.
Yeah, all teams play every game day.
Starts at 2:30. Last game is at 8:30.
So you're out of there before 10 o'clock. That way you can still go out afterward and have drinks with the friends. And normally, if you're with us, we always end up at about the same dive bar nearby.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in mozzarella cheese sticks and draft beer, we know the place.
Tom's got all the libraries.
A bearded acoustic guy playing.
Yeah, he's normally good. Yeah. There's always adventures after games. So.
Well, and it goes back as we're wrapping up what this is all about, and that's, not a lot of people, and you'll see it all the time. People want that camaraderie anymore. They want to find that connection because there's a lot of individualism going on around here, and not because they want it to be that way, just because they haven't found their thing.
Well, and one of the things that I was reading somewhere is that and this, depression is so high in adult males is because they don't find new friends later in life.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? Like it's so hard to make new friends, people say. Like, I have found so many dumb new friends in this league.
We have
it's been the best.
We have 100, almost 200 people in our league with waivers and everything, and it is a family.
Yeah.
We know everybody's name. Everybody knows our name, and it's
cool.
Yeah, it's like going to Cheers every week at the YMCA.
And if none of those 200 people like you, you're the problem.
Probably.
There's a few of those. No, there's not.
But you can check out the website. We stream our games on YouTube now.
Oh, cool. What's a podcast?
Our Gateway Roller Hockey League podcast is on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
We usually try to pod right after the games, and then we talk about the games.
That'll be good.
And then we talk about the future games.
Yeah, we get the guys on Discord too. So guys, if they want to do like call in and talk about their game, they can.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll get questions.
We do it live, and then we put the podcast out there. But we do it live on Discord and stuff. So all in Tom's basement, and it's awesome. It's fun.
Guys, thanks for stopping by. Whenever you have more to say, stop by again. We'll keep throwing the public in on it. We're out of time. You can go to the website for more information. We'll link it on RiverBender.com. Go out and explore, but most importantly, be safe this weekend. I'll see you Monday. Until then, try your best to stay out of jail.